Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, AT&T and DIRECTV are ending free Max subscriptions for DIRECTV customers, including DIRECTV Stream customers. We'll tell you why that's happening and what you need to know about so you don't end up getting charged for another streaming service you didn't want. Turner Classic Movies, once thought to be close to death, is getting some new investment. They're doing a lot this year. We'll tell you everything they just announced and how classic movies are far from dead. And then also Paramount has rejected an unsolicited bid at the last second to try to take over the company. And they kind of rebuffed the company offering it, who made some veiled legal threats against them with this. We'll tell you everything you need to know about this and a whole lot more here in a second. First though, if you want to learn more about these stories and all the others I'm about to talk about, I'll put a link to each one in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. You can find them there. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. So YouTube recommends our videos to more people. We would really appreciate your support. With that said, let's dive into it. AT&T and DIRECTV have been for some time not offering plans with Max. Back when AT&T owned DIRECTV fully and Time Warner fully under one roof, they offered free HBO Max for a variety of different things. If you subscribe to certain wireless plans, home internet plans, and DIRECTV plans, and DIRECTV Stream. Now, those have not been offered in a while, but AT&T is now fully getting out of DIRECTV. They're selling the remaining ownership of DIRECTV to a third-party investment group that currently owns about 30% of the company. They're going to sell the rest of it to them. And with that, they're ending the free Max plan. Now, DIRECTV customers who remained on those correct plans, or the AT&T wireless customers who remained on the correct plans, would keep that. Well, now, DIRECTV customers are completely cut off. Starting in February, depending on when your next billing cycle is, it will no longer be free, and you will have to start paying for it, whether you like it or not. Unless you cancel it, and they haven't made it very clear how to cancel it, you are going to be charged for it. So Max is going to get a bunch of new subscribers. So if you're a DIRECTV customer, go cancel so you don't get charged. You're probably going to have to get in customer service, talk to them about how to do that. At the time of this posting, I have not seen a way to do that. I think this has a lot to do with AT&T saving money. I think this has a lot to do with AT&T also trying to get completely out of DIRECTV in their relationship 100% with them. The new leadership team at AT&T was not the same one that bought DIRECTV, and it's made kind of clear that they really have no interest in DIRECTV and want nothing to do with it. Okay, they haven't said that, but that's kind of the feeling you get when you talk to them about it. Now, AT&T wireless customers on grandfather plans still get to keep it as long as you don't make changes. I know they've been very aggressive. If you make a change, they're killing that free Max subscription there. So keep an eye on that, but like I said, if you are a subscriber with DIRECTV, you need to now consider, do I want to pay for this or not? If I don't, you need to go cancel it. Talk to DIRECTV customer service before your bill date in February to make sure you don't get charged. All right, next up, Turner Classic Movies. So not that long ago, Warner Bros. Discovery, who's a joint venture with AT&T, kind of cut a bunch of the staff over at Turner Classic Movies, and there was real fear over it. Many big directors and others came out in support to save the network. Even though they never said there was going to be shutdown or changes, they definitely made big cuts to it. Well, now in 2025, they're putting a lot of effort back into it, including a new film festival, or continuing its classic film festival, podcast, cruises, and beyond, all focused on the world of movies with this. Interesting. We'll see. Now, in a time and age, Warner Bros. Discovery has been splitting off its cable networks, with a lot of people reportedly thinking they're about to spin those off completely into an independent company. For now, they're just dividing it within their internal company. It's interesting to see them putting effort into Turner Classic Movies when a lot of companies are backing off on cable networks. Turner Classic Movies has always had a loyal following. Be interested to see how this plays out, but good news is if you are a fan, it's not going away. Now, they do have a lot of these, or some of this content over on Max. A lot of people complain, though, that they could do a lot more on Max for classic movies. They don't have quite the lineup that they would expect with Turner Classic Movies on it. Let me know, are you a classic movies fan? Do you watch Turner Classic Movies? Are you a Max subscriber? Let me know. Next up, now we covered this a little bit. Project Rise Partners made a $13.5 billion offer to buy Paramount. They made some vague threats that basically, hey, you're not doing a good deal. You should be accepting our offer, not the Skydance Media merger, because our offer is better. Paramount came back swinging over the weekend and basically said, no, we don't have to accept your offer. Your offer was made outside the window where we could consider other offers. And they where they had a 45-day go shop period after the Skydance offer was made. They publicly announced, hey, for 45 more days, we're going to consider other offers. This company, they say, did not make an offer during that period when 50 other third parties did. But PRP, which is the acronym for this company, did not participate. Their argument is like, well, you came in too late. We're locked in this contract. We're going to close with Skydance. Paramount has been facing a lot of interesting hurdles trying to close the Skydance, and this is one more. From investors being unhappy to the federal government looking closely at the merger, now they have one more fight here with Project Rise Partners making a big last-second unsolicited bid, and during a period where they're now contractually obligated. If you ever sold a home, you probably know what this is, right? You accept an offer, you sign all the dots, and then maybe a new higher offer came. Well, you already signed an offer for this one. And sometimes in certain contracts, there's certain points where you can get out of it. But once you're past those points and you didn't get out, you're locked in. And if you don't close, the other party can, of course, seek legal reprisal for that if you fail to close on it. Be interesting to see how that plays out, but for now, Paramount says we're going to reject all other offers. We're now past the phase where we can consider other offers. We're going to close with Skydance. All right, next story up. Netflix and other streaming services could be forced to fund the BBC in the UK. The UK government is expanding or looking at expanding its licensing fee. Now, in the UK, you have to pay a licensing fee if you want to watch live television from the BBC and other places every year. With this, I was trying to remember what the exact amount of that, but it's a couple $100 US if I remember correct per year to watch TV. Now, many people have been not going through that, not watching that, and instead subscribing to things like Disney Plus and Netflix. Now, in 2027, the current contract with the BBC is up, and they have to renew it at the end of 2027 with a new one and put new rules to fund the BBC in it. There's been talk about eliminating the TV fee that everybody pays in their taxes every year, then funding the BBC through other means. And one of the ways is now also to put a tax on Netflix, Disney Plus, and other subscriptions that you as a subscriber, if you live in the UK, will pay for it, and then it will go fund the BBC's production. Now, a lot of people have said, well, that's not fair. If the BBC was producing good content, people would subscribe and pay for it, and you wouldn't have to force people to pay for it if they want to go watch a competitor, or at least not watch it but pay for it. So far that's really hurt the argument here, but BBC's always been funded by taxpayer money, which has helped them stand out. We'll have to see how that plays out. What do you think? Should governments like the BBC be able to tax competitor services? Let's be honest, BBC and Netflix are competitors, in order to fund the BBC as a state-funded entity. Gives them kind of an unfair advantage, is what a lot of people are arguing, and that this is a thing of the past and should go away. Depending on how this plays out, could have a dramatic impact on the BBC. It's a worldwide, well-known media institution with a lot of followers, not just in the UK, but around the world. If they don't strike a nice, favorable deal, they could find themselves in a very difficult position for funding going forward, having to fight on more equal terms with services like Disney Plus and Netflix. Would they survive? We'll have to wait and see. All right, next up, speaking of Netflix is making it easier to download seasons. I actually love this. I wish Disney Plus did this. And I think they're actually doing it in some ones now. But they added a new download season. So if you're wanting on Android and or other devices download episodes, in the past you had to download individual episodes for each one. But if you wanted the full season, like if you're like me and you keep an entire season of Disney Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, you had to go through each episode and download it. Now Netflix will in one tap allow you to download entire seasons on iOS devices with just a click. I love this. Hopefully more companies do this. I know some do, but I hope more do, because it is really nice. So you're going to travel, going on a long plane flight. Hey, yeah, give me the entire season of Netflix show or whatever. I was going to say Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but that's not one there. All right, next story up. Disney's Sleeping Beauty premiered 66 years ago this week. It's hard to believe. Sleeping Beauty is now 66 years old. It's a widely popular movie that set the bar for Walt Disney with widescreen animation and other things that at the time were rather new and unheard of, but are now widely considered to be standard in the market. That, widescreen animation is normal, but Sleeping Beauty kind of set the bar for that. We'll keep a close eye on it. But any Sleeping Beauty fans, does this surprise you at 66 years old? Do you think it was older or newer? And lastly, AT&T had a great fourth quarter with hundreds of thousands of new internet subscribers. AT&T is really riding the wave of new subscribers, both with 5G home internet, fiber, and others. DSL, of course, is continuing to shrink as they try to move people off of it and are shutting down those markets. This is one example of cord cutting 2.0 as people ditch cable TV companies. Fiber options from companies like AT&T are being one of the big winners as customers want nothing to do with their old cable company to move fully away from it. Have you switched to AT&T home internet? Leave me a comment. Let me know. What do you think of the service? Well, that's it for today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care. Be safe. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.